Trapmore Gang, one of my favorite rappers slash gangsters slash social media personalities right now is HoneyKomb Brazy. Okay, the Mobile, Alabama rapper has one of the most interesting, eclectic, and unfortunately tragic backstories that the rap game has ever seen. Now, if you're a fan of my main channel, you might remember this documentary that I made just over a year ago, calling him Alabama's most dangerous rapper. Now, this nearly 3-hour epic documentary covers every aspect of his crazy life, being probably one of the most loved and hated, and just like, they've been trying to kill this guy for a minute, okay? Rappers out of Mobile, Alabama. And today, I want to kind of break down just some of his most high-profile beefs, maybe some things that didn't actually make it into this video, because I've been following his comeback since he got out of jail very closely. I'm a huge fan of his work, and I just want to spread the word about how crazy this story really gets, okay? So go and follow HoneyKomb Brazy, go and tap in with him. But of course, one of the craziest things that HoneyKomb Brazy has faced, it's one of the biggest and wildest parts of his story, is of course the murder of both of his grandparents. But not just that, okay? They shot up the house caught fire because of some oxygen tanks that were in the property. It was a very sad and tragic incident where both of his grandparents did lose their lives. But it recently came out that one of the men responsible for killing both of his grandparents in the house fire was allegedly stabbed over 50 times in prison. He's in critical condition, but he did seemingly pull through, which is probably going to disappoint some people. But basically, I want to recap all of his craziest beefs, and obviously this is one of the most wild things that we got to start with, okay? So this situation all begun in February of 2016. It all started when HoneyKomb Brazy actually ended up killing one of his own friends, Stank, who was actually the nephew of drug kingpin Darren Southall. This was the article about the shooting. Okay, this was the official reporting. Shooting at Woodlands Apartments, February 2016. Police released the name of the victim who was shot at the apartment Sunday night. Ladarius Demetrius Mora of Pritchard was shot and killed. Police responded to the apartment complex just after 8 o'clock and discovered a woman administering CPR in an effort to resuscitate the victim. However, Mora was pronounced dead on the scene. Police believe the shooting happened because of a domestic incident, and they had a person of interest in the case, but they didn't make any arrests. That would be HoneyKomb Brazy. Now, Brazy would break down the story in a Say Cheese interview, and he would basically explain that he was selling some drugs to Stank's baby mama, and that was a friend of his, when Stank came to the property and basically kicked in the door, and basically he thought something was maybe going on between the two, the man and the woman. That was his baby mum's. HoneyKomb Brazy has retained strong that he wasn't messing with her. He said if he was, he would say it, but at the end of the day, the guy kicked in the door. He messed with the wrong person, and he ended up getting killed in self-defense in a shooting that HoneyKomb Brazy actually got away with.
I guess documentaries put it to where as though he kicked the door down and y'all started tussling. Was it ever a tussle?
Somebody never touched me. I'm... Hell, no. No, they never touched me, man. Never touched me.
So y'all see each other, y'all make contact. What happens next?
Nah, that kicking that door, he was tripping because baby mama was in that bitch. I was serving her, but she had been waiting on the white boy she working with. Like, hey, my boy want to buy some too, you feel me? He finna pull up, so I'm really...
So just in case, the vernacular is a little bit dense, is the polite way I'm going to put it. But he's basically saying, I was serving this guy, Stank's baby mama. She basically had a white boy homie that was going to pull up and buy some dope too. So he was basically kicking it there, chilling, having a little smoke, just cooling off, waiting for the next customer to come through. And then obviously Stank pulls up. He sees the locked door. He's trying to find out what's going on, and a situation pops off.
Saying not waiting on this white boy to pull
You
up.
didn't think it was a setup when the shit started?
I thought that for a minute. Yeah. Then I unthought it. Then I told her, we talked like this. Man, my dog, like she know it 100. Like I never fucked her none on my grandma's grave, so I'm telling her like, man, right. That sounds.
He's swearing on his grandmother's grave. He never smashed her. It wasn't like that. That's his dog. He was tripping.
Real shit, right? I said, you and Bird goddamn cousin. They did my cousin Bird. Like, oh, I rap about me, Dead and Bird. We were trying to hit a lick. This is my rising partner cousin, so like we were trapping out of spot too. So we know. So I'm like, damn. I'm like on some rap tour. I said, bitch, you know you my Bird cousin. I said, man, I ain't gonna even lie. Your ass won't even be right here right now. Like on some real shit. Cause boy, my mind was gone that night. All I know is like, bitch, you trying to like, you told me to serve you and this going, bitch, I don't know what going on, you hear me?
So everybody can get
Yeah, but I'm like, I know she ain't do that. I'm like, nah, ain't no way she did that. Like, this be fan, ain't no way she trying to, yeah. So that's what I was on that first, like, bitch trying to set me up, but nah, I ain't one never did.
So he was thinking for a minute that it was a setup, And then he's realized the guy was tripping. He ended up having to kill his own friend. Now, according to Brazy, after the shooting, some people around him actually did understand the situation, but others didn't. And this is what started a war in the city of Mobile, Alabama.
Hey, right, I didn't kill your brothers, man. I didn't look, man, I killed brothers in real life, locked up for murder, killed your brother and steal his brother's brothers. You see what I'm saying? Like, this real life, this is my, I still with the brothers I killed. Like, we still hang around each other. And you think, and they other brother don't even like me, he want to do something to me. But you think I be wrong with brother who I killed, like, they got the same daddy. Everybody sit something on and I run with them. You think they'll be wrong with me if I'm fake? Like, now you killed our brother, we still you. I'm really a real, bro. I'm really like that. I'm telling you, I'm really silent. Like, I'm really silent in real life, bro. Like, real talk. Now, this ain't no wrong word for lie. This shit in black and white. I caught this murder case. This in black and white. You feel me? Kicked the door in on me. And I had to handle my business. And I had got self-defense for it. I got self-defense for this shit. And you know, they what their war started about. They what all this shit really struck up about their war. They had.
So he's saying that Stank kicked in the door on him. He had to defend himself, and that's what started the war. He said he's still cool with some of his brothers. Some of his brothers get it. His other brothers want to kill him. Some people actually got sympathy and say, look, he was wilding. He had the wrong idea. He kicked in the door. You had to do what you had to do.
My granddaddy did, but all this started like, yeah. But, man, brother still like, I them boy, we see each other, we yeah. And like, you know, like what it is.
So look, he basically saying that it was very complicated. It was very fucked up. But years later, okay, one of the people on that side who was trying to kill him, Darren Southall, who was the person that was allegedly responsible for sending the hit that ended up killing his grandparents, he would end up getting arrested himself for his role in a massive drug empire. That was in 2021.
Southall has a long criminal history dating back to the 1990s. Federal prosecutors labeled him a ringleader in a multi-state, multi-million-dollar drug organization since at least 2016.
We are a major connect for where drugs are being transported from primarily. And oftentimes many of those drugs find their way into our community simply because we are a major thoroughfare for those drugs to make them their way to other places.
Mobile police say his arrest will make an impact.
Our hope and desire is that, one, not only do we cripple him in what he's been able to do, but maybe cripple any others that may be looking to come up and fill the void that's been created by him.
With this plea, Southall admits he's accountable for 4,000 kilograms of cocaine, 24 kilograms of heroin, and he admits he took in about $24 million during the time of his operation. According to court documents, Southall did some of his business in Mobile, Mississippi, and Texas.
So he was apparently taking in $24 million in cash from running this drug empire. He had a lot of money, he had a lot of bread, and he was putting money in the streets trying to get HoneyKomb Brazy and his people and his family killed left, right, and center. Now, interestingly, while he was behind bars, that's when the authorities actually connected Southall to facilitating the horrific murder of HoneyKomb Brazy's grandparents that happened earlier on.
Debbie, new details today about the deaths of the grandparents of local rapper HoneyKomb Brazy. Tony and Leila Lewis were killed 13 months ago after a shooting and fire at their home.
One of the suspects, Patrick Lewis, was in court today. News 5's Nicolette Schleisman joins us live in the studio. And Nicolette, a lot of details came out today in court.
Yeah, that's right, Peter. So detectives in this case gave testimony about audio recordings between several of the suspects reportedly planning the shootings, saying in court that the recordings are sickening. The phone recordings are reportedly between Terrence Watkins and Darren Southall, as well as Southall and Jamarcus Chambers. All three are suspects in the case. The fourth suspect, Patrick Lewis, is referenced many times. That's per Mobile police. The state says Watkins, Lewis, and Chambers were the ones who went to the home on Dr. Thomas Avenue on February 17th, 2021, and started shooting. They say Southall was encouraging them to take action.
His involvement is as what we call an aider and abetter, which is that he was helping plan and organize and encouraging the three individuals that were in the car.
The state says this all began from a Facebook post from an associate of the couple's grandson, whose real name is Nashawn Jones. The state argues the post angered Watkins and he felt disrespected, so they hatched the plans. And the home was a target because it would hurt Jones.
Anyone in that house would have been a target of this attack.
The Lewis family in court hearing many of the details they say they'd never heard.
It was very gruesome. No one deserved, no one, not just because it was my family, but no one deserved to be treated like that. They had no remorse for human life at all.
The state believes 2 people fired the shots, Lewis and Watkins, and they say Chambers was in the car. Mobile police say they have cell phone data that puts Lewis's phone in the area around the time of the shooting before it was.
So basically, they said, look, we know exactly what went on. We know who sent the hit. We know who was responsible. We know why this was going down, and we're going to put screws on you. Now, what's really interesting is HoneyKomb Brazy to this very day, obviously, he hasn't forgotten about what they did to his grandparents. He's not over it. He's not letting it slide. And in a Say Cheese interview recently, he actually revealed that he disowned his own father for not getting revenge when these guys who were responsible for the murder of his grandparents touched down on the prison yard.
You spent time in prison with your dad.
Yeah, I said, I don't want to talk about that sad man. We slept in the same cell. We ate out the same bowl. I came out his nutsack. He shot me out the nutsack. I stepped on my cousin for the. I went to prison with the same cell. We threw it out. We ate together every day. Told me to stay alive. Little when you know everything happened, told me to lose my mind. When I got out there, I went to war with everybody. Then they got killed 100 times. Grandma, granddad died. And they spit the nigga. They killed my grandma, granddad right there with the. And I'm like, Paul, run it. Like, you know that boy told me, I ain't trying to go to lockup. I said, boy, I don't know if you ain't my daddy no more. Boy, it's you heard me?
They in the same cell.
They in the same dorm. It don't matter. Like right, I can walk to the office. I can walk there and see any doctor I want, can't it? He can do the same thing right now. That's all I'm saying. He can walk and see any nigga. See what I'm saying? So I'm like, you ain't my daddy no more, boy. I don't fuck with your brother anyway. Your dad, my daddy brother,
He said, you ain't my daddy no more. You on the same dorm with the guys that killed my grandparents. You need to run it and get revenge. And he didn't do it. But, and I'm not condoning it, not celebrating it. But recently, some interesting news did surface that one of the suspects was indeed attacked in prison. Okay, and apparently someone was willing to stand on business because one of the men responsible for killing both of HoneyKomb Brazy's grandparents was stabbed over 50 times in prison Friday, and they were in critical condition. Okay, people saying stabbed 50 times and he in critical. What did you stab him with? Toothpicks? I got a prison shank on me right now, man. Shout out to Blip. But anyway, okay. The YouTube channel, The Real Feel TV, would actually report on HoneyKomb Brazy's response to the news of the alleged stabbing, and no doubt he was loving it.
And he admitting to, you know what I mean, all these other situations he been in back there, and this is what could be used against him, nigga. You know what I mean? This could fall back on you. He talking too much, nigga. He doing too much is basically what I'm saying. Y'all don't have to believe me, but anybody with sense can see, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Then he put out this right after.
Nigga, Ben P, I just laid down for real, but on some real shit. Man, I always hit. Last time, bitch the bitch, man, I swore that whole duck.
Now, one may ask, what did he mean when he said that? You understand what I'm saying? Because he says this up on his story right after this comes out about his op behind the wall. You see what I'm saying? So now you indirectly...
For real, but on some real shit, man, I always hit. Last time, bitch the bitch, man, I swore that whole duck.
Now, one may...
Saying last time I hit a bit, I missed a bitch. I swung and that hoe ducked, but he said he always hits. So I don't know if he's saying that he's responsible, if he's just laughing, or if it's unrelated, or if he's just in a happy, but he clearly in a good mood. But this is obviously one of the craziest incidents and beefs that he's been involved with, but he's got a whole bunch of other beefs that I want to touch on in this video. And one of the most other infamous beefs that he is involved in, ironically, is the infamous record label Rap-A-Lot Records, okay? His relationship with Rap-A-Lot actually started off strong back in December of 2020 when he officially signed with the Houston-based Empire, and he was seen kicking it with the head honcho Jay Prince himself.
Shit. Oh, big homie finna talk that shit. You play, I'm on live.
Live in Crock Up, big homies that walked in.
Yeah, live in the living color.
Live in the motherfucking living.
Hey, man, y'all see what it is.
That loyalty.
Goddamn loyalty.
That shit for real.
Motherfucking snitch drank this, he like cough over and die. This ain't for no motherfucking snitches. This is loyalty. This is real shit right here. Choke, snitch. Choke.
Oh, shit. I don't even drink it, no sipping it. So you know that loyalty. Like, you know that loyalty, man. Look. Then they raw and uncut.
So he's drinking wine with Jay Prince. They breaking bread. He rocking the Mob Ties chain. He locked in for real. But interestingly, okay, during an IG live session, Jay Prince Jr. and HoneyKomb would even discuss their street loyalties in an incident that some people might say is talking too much, but was very interesting. Let's see.
What you gonna do, I know what he gonna do. So together it's gonna be crazy. My bad, I'm sick tripping on you.
Papa Tate, nah, you know you good. I got, my whole hood G, man. My whole hood G.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they us.
Yeah, our hood G. I'm from the Project, though. My whole Project G. I'm like the only blood from the Project.
Right.
Like real life.
Shout out to all the Mob Ties niggas all around the world. And for the ones that don't know, Mob Ties is movement of bosses together in elevated structure.
Movement of bosses together and elevated structure. Just like truly humble under God, there's always another meaning for these street dudes to be repping. But what's interesting, Kay, he's saying that HoneyKomb Brazy basically saying his whole hood's GD. He's the only blood from his hood. And Mob Ties basically saying we all GD. And then it looked like he felt a little bit like, maybe we're talking too much. Let's let them know the other meaning of our crew. But within just a month of signing, okay, HoneyKomb Brazy would receive a major stamp of approval from the big boss himself. Jay Prince Sr. would pop out on the track, Dead People. Okay, this was a massive hit for HoneyKomb Brazy. I don't want to get in trouble because I keep getting in trouble for showing music videos. But he would pop out, okay? He'd pop out repping the brand, repping Rap a Lot, right? Whole squad. He riding around Rolls Royce with Jay Prince Sr., right? Like, this is a damn good look. He's sipping a drink. He got Finesse2Tymes there. Is that Finesse2Tymes? Things was all good. Things was all good a minute ago, right? They was locked in. But another rapper that Brazy was close to during this time, and we just saw him, was Finesse2Tymes. Okay, he was also ended up signing to the Rap a Lot family in December of 2022. So a whole bunch of time passes. HoneyKomb Brazy's locked in. Finesse2Tymes ends up getting locked in with the Mob Ties. And it seems that a period of time things are all good, right? This is him hopping off the jet
to be
and
reckoned with.
Signing.
Finesse2Tymes has given the South a new force to be reckoned with in just 90 days since his release from a 5-year federal prison sentence.
This how it's gonna happen, man. This day forward is up, man. Whoever said they had a summer, let us get there, man. Every G Mob Ties rap a lot. This what's going on, man. And it's only up from here. It's only up from here. Straight up.
If I told you Finesse had already signed off to 3 different labels in 90 days, you'd probably be like, that's a lot of people in your pocket. But when your mind is on getting some more and some more and some more, it makes all the sense in the world to Finesse2Tymes. And that's all that matters. On the deal with Jay Prince Jr. and Mob Ties, Finesse describes it like this. Because Jay Prince came and picked him up when he was down. Everybody had left him. According to Finesse2Tymes, he was selling K2 in the feds to survive. When I met Jay Prince Jr. a year and a half ago, our chemistry clicked immediately. And before I signed any paperwork, he made sure I wanted for nothing, gave me guidance and knowledge that I lacked. Long story short, the Mob Ties deal is bigger than music, according to Finesse. Rekindling his relationship with Moneybagg Yo and doing business with Bread. Long story short, the Mob Ties deal is bigger than music, according to Finesse. Rekindling his relationship.
So look, right? They sign in. Moneybagg Yo's involved. A whole bunch of people are involved.
Moneybagg Yo and doing business with Bread Gang, the label. According to Finesse, Moneybagg did nothing but keep it 1,000 with him. He allowed me to his platform out of generosity, being homeboys prior to me getting out of jail. When he saw me on my music time and really ready to rap, he brought me to his platform.
So Finesse2Tymes locks him with Rap-A-Lot, with Moneybagg Yo, with all of these groups of people, and you know he finessed 3 times really because he's signing with a whole bunch of different people. But at the same time, for people that want to hate, I feel like sometimes it is good to have more people on your side, to do business with more people. That's more people looking out for you, even if it's more people wanting a piece of what you got going on. If they're good people, then it's not going to be too bad. But okay, the relationship would unfortunately get sour with HoneyKomb Brazy and Rap-A-Lot and Finesse2Tymes, because he would explain how he basically felt like he was used, and basically like Finesse wanted protection from Rap-A-Lot, and he ended up not seeing eye to eye with Moneybagg Yo, and HoneyKomb Brazy got wrapped up in the whole thing, and Brazy would kind of explain some of this backstory. It is about here.
Yeah,
that's why I do it, because I know the whole world will turn it back on you.
Is that true that you introduced Finesse2Tymes to?
Hell yeah, and I get $1
while he was in. Wait. He was doing his big and you was out.
He was doing time.
And he was telling you to introduce you to J Prince.
He really was scared. He thought the folks gonna kill him for real. That bitch was so scared.
Wait, who was scared?
That bitch Finesse. That bitch ain't know what was gonna happen when that bitch got out. That bitch ain't know. That bitch was just trying to save it. Like, but I respect that too though, because you like, it's a lot of niggas with money. You feel like they want you out of the way. You looking at bad them and got it, and they popping it. You like, bitch, you got smooth bad. You looking at, there's a lot of new rappers. 5 years later, they gonna be 30 more rappers. You see what I'm saying? You looking like, bitch, I don't know what's going on. Got that one getting knocked out. I need to link with this bit Brazy. Play with the old man, because the old man got that power, so I'm trying to link with them like that. So you really just use me. I was a pun the whole time. I wasn't even the bishop, I wasn't the rook or nothing, but I was a pun the whole time.
But why do you feel like that?
So he's saying that he felt like Finesse thought that he was having beefs with different people when he came out. He might have people that wanted to kill him. He said that he used the connection with HoneyKomb Brazy to try and get around J Prince to give him protection because he mob ties and he really got the muscle. And then he said he felt like he felt used.
Because it's out there, the narrative's created that he didn't shout you out once he signed to them, so you felt some type of way because you didn't get the credit
I felt some type of way about everything because I'm a real nigga. So it like, if I send you money, you locked up, bitch. I get locked up, you send me money. It's just plain. It ain't nothing. It ain't no way to keep it real or fake. It's just, nigga, I hold you down, you locked up, bitch. I get locked up, hold me down, bitch. It's just that simple. Nigga ain't send me $1. So it like, and I put you in the door with these folks. You got your sign, whatever I did. What you say you been popping for your popping, but you don't understand. You left the street 5, 6 years. You ain't popping no more. Nobody gonna understand. You understand? You gotta restart all this shit. No matter who you, gotta restart. You got a 5, 6 years. You gotta let them know you still got it in you. Nigga wanna see, but what you finna drop now? You might fell out. Like you ain't the same nigga 6 years later. So don't act like I'm the same nigga. I'm him. You still somebody the same shit you was talking about before you left.
So you feel like people counted you out. They thought you was gonna be gone for longer than what you was.
Bruh, that's all it was.
So you felt like he
they
thought,
like fuck that nigga. He gone. So now when I'm finna get back out, you know Finesse hit me up 100 times like, hey bitch, Finesse send me money this time.
Yeah.
He sent me money this time. When I got locked up this time, like he did all that shit on the internet and like he happy I got locked up, man still turned around and send niggas some money. Cause at the end of the day, nigga still got a heart. I don't give a fuck what a nigga do 1 day, 2 days. Everybody got a heart.
He's saying Finesse still sending him money, right? But interestingly, the relationship between HoneyKomb Brazy and J Prince would end up going sour. Okay, and in one Instagram live, HoneyKomb Brazy would actually clown J Prince Jr. after allegedly getting smacked by his people for acting tough in Memphis. Now, I'm not saying what happened either which way, but HoneyKomb Brazy was rubbing it in people's faces. Crazy.
I put this shit on J Prince. I put this shit on Senior. My little nigga from Mississippi smacked the fuck out of Junior. Junior came with that drunk shit like he all that. Whoa! Oh my grandma, boy, we don't even play like that. Shit, I don't never do that. Get what Junior said? Nigga flew to the door. That nigga flew to the other side of the door on my grandma's grave. Flew. Nigga, what the? I like that little nigga right there. Yeah, I like that little nigga. I know you do like him. Oh, my grandma, I know you do like him. Cause we really like that. I don't know what the fuck you nigga think. Oh, y'all think we sort of play with.
So he's basically saying that HoneyKomb Brazy is saying his homie smacked J Prince Jr. for acting tough, and J Prince Jr. said, yeah, I like that little dude, he tough. And then HoneyKomb Brazy saying, yeah, I bet you did like that because we really about it. We're who you need around. Now, I'm not going to lie, getting smacked by somebody and saying, I fucks with you is actually pretty gangster. I'm not going to lie to you. That is actually gangster. I ain't going to lie, all right? You saying, you know what? I fuck with you because you tough and you standing up to me. Right, that's some real G shit. But, okay, just a month after that live, things would end up going left. Okay, a traffic stop ended up leading to HoneyKomb Brazy being charged and eventually convicted on some federal gun charges. And essentially, 1090 Jake would actually explain that Brazy was charged because his security was not allowed to legally carry firearms themselves.
Because of Bishop's disregard for the TPO and working as armed security under false pretenses by portraying himself as able to legally carry and provide armed security, HoneyKomb Brazy and everyone else in the vehicle are facing federal weapon charges. Brazy sat in the second row seat while Bishop knew at least one gun was behind Brazy in the third row, meaning if Bishop had 5 guns in the back row, Brazy would have been charged with all 5, and because Bishop couldn't even give deputies an exact number, it just goes to show he didn't know what all was back there. Being that Bishop has no felony convictions, he only faces up to 10 years in federal prison, while HoneyKomb Brazy has multiple priors. Convicted of robbery, assault, and possession of a firearm, with this new firearm arrest, the feds may attempt to enhance HoneyKomb Brazy's case with the Armed Career Criminal Act, in which he'd face a minimum 15 years.
So it was a pretty serious situation, and once he was locked up for the gun that wasn't even his, all right, HoneyKomb Brazy basically ended up putting the blame on the Rap-A-Lot label and J Prince and them.
Nigga ain't talking about shit. Like I said, y'all got a nigga locked up already. A janky ass promoter, fake ass security. I'm in this bitch for y'all niggas, man. Y'all talking about board, that contract y'all got gonna be boarded. This shit in black and white, man. Y'all in black and white. Somebody, y'all hired these security, these y'all folks. So if y'all hired the security, bitch, I'm locked up for y'all niggas. Bitch, I was moving right when I was out. I went in the way while I was doing everything right. I'm still, man, I'm locked up for y'all mistake, bro. Y'all got a nigga locked up. And y'all telling me I can't fuck who I want to fuck with. When I stayed silent with you, boy, the whole 9, I kept it all the way gangster with y'all, man. All the way gangster with y'all. Y'all finesse me out of finesse. I bought finesse over there. Y'all hit for a whole 10 M's. And y'all ain't give me nothing off that dike. I ain't got nothing. Y'all threw dildos at me. And y'all telling me like, man, y'all threw the dildos all at me, man. Y'all fucked me wrong, home. And y'all telling me I can't do what I want to do, brother, in my life, bitch. My grandma dead, my granddaddy dead, my daddy doing life. Bitch, y'all had my mama staying in the apartment. Man, y'all got me fucked up. I'm trying to get right. And y'all telling me I can't get right when I'm trying to get right. Man, y'all be for real, man. What's wrong with you guys? I'm still standing on all 10 right now. Right now, I'm standing on all 10. I'm standing on all 10, man. Right now, this motherfucker. Y'all nigga ain't saw you, boys. Y'all nigga ain't pull up at no court dates. Y'all ain't never did nothing. Y'all ain't pull up at one court date yet. Like, what real about that? Y'all be screaming at lawyers and shit. Nigga ain't telling y'all that fake ass lawyers and shit, man. Like, when y'all gonna pop out? Nigga, y'all need to come to my grandma and granddad at the funeral when they died, nigga. Why y'all ain't pull up at the funeral? Why y'all was when my grandma and granddad died? Why y'all ain't come to the funeral? Like, what y'all did real, man? Nigga, if that was J Prince, mama would've got killed, nigga, I would've went out. I would've shed tension down myself. Like, I would've stepped, I would've did everything. Y'all ain't did shit, man. I've been standing on all 10, me and my family, me and my people, man. Like, y'all ain't did nothing for a nigga, man. Just
So he's saying that Rap-A-Lot didn't do nothing for him. They gave him fake security that got him locked up. They cut him out of the Finesse2Tymes $10 million deal. He didn't get shit when he lined that up. And he's saying that they didn't show up and show love when his grandparents got killed. And he's saying if J Prince Sr.'s mama got killed, he would have shut down. He would have shut down the state. He would have spun. He would have got in the streets. Now, what's interesting, okay, is basically this all led to HoneyKomb Brazy basically fully cutting ties with the label and actually ending up signing another deal with Cash Money. And there's rumors that his deal might be worth $10 million, okay? This was going around, all right? It said HoneyKomb Brazy, from behind bars, joins Cash Money Records. Okay, let's get rid of this. And it says incarcerated rapper HoneyKomb Brazy, known for raw storytelling and gritty lyrics, has signed a $10 million deal with Birdman and Cash Money Records. Okay, stunting like my daddy. When news broke January 25th, 2025, the music world was shocked. It sparked debates about resilience, second chances, and the intersection of incarceration and artistry. I know this article was written by ChatGPT just from that sentence alone. Fuck ChatGPT. Anyway, HoneyKomb Brazy announced the deal via Instagram. Even though he's locked up for felony gun charges, he kept the momentum rolling, all right? And he got fans and record executives interested. While the details of the contract remain undisclosed, the monumental figure is a surefire way to show belief in Brazy. Birdman's decision to invest heavily in the rapper, underline this is just some ChatGPT garbage, but there's rumors, all right? There's rumors floating around that he might have signed for 10 M's or a huge deal, or just like he's just about to get the bag, basically, from Birdman, right? Wasn't feeling J Prince Sr., all right? And he basically dealt with his case, dealt with incarceration. He got back home in October of 2025. He's only been home for a few months now, and he got back to the music, and he's been going crazy, okay? This is basically him being released. Video surfaced of him being greeted warmly by men as he stepped out of a white cargo van. He hit the ground running, and he's already recording in a studio. So this was him getting out. He said, we've been talking about this day for months. I told him I'm meeting him at the gate with the camera. Brazy free. HoneyKomb Brazy, okay? This is him getting out.
I ain't no brick or crack for my well-balanced lawyer to sit away yet. Ain't no shit I made up on Jerry Peanut Fix. Look.
So look, he was straight out, straight back to music, all right? But he was straight back to the bullshit too. He didn't stay out the way for too long. And by December of 2025, December 17th is the date. That's when 21 Savage tweeted F the streets, all right? You remember this tweet? HoneyKomb Brazy wasn't feeling that, all right? He basically said F the street. He was trying to get Gunna and Young Thug to piece it up for his own benefit. It wasn't so long ago that 21 Savage was talking about, oh, let's clean up his snitching allegations. I don't think he snitched, but let's clean up his face for money. Let's take points of his career and sweep it under the rug like we did the first time, all right? And basically, he said, F the streets. We ain't getting nothing but trauma from the streets. Now, HoneyKomb Brazy wasn't feeling that because Streets done took his grandparents. Streets done, he is the streets, all right? Brazy basically admitted himself, all right, sometimes he be listening to these snitch rappers. He said, boy, I ain't even gonna lie though, y'all police ass dudes be rapping like a MF and all your ass is hard. I be forgetting your ass told. Sometimes I be bopping my head and it hits me like, damn, how this dude music get on? I'm still bopping my head, turning it off like, damn, this bitch ass dude sliding on this hoe. But he turning it off, all right? And he would then, from here, vocally push back against 21 Savage's F the Streets movement, his fraudulent attempts to basically throw the streets under the bus for his own benefit and move the goalposts for his friends for not abiding by the codes that he put out there for years that made him rich.
Y'all mind of this whole boy. What the f? I can cry tears. Y'all disappointed me, boy. All you disappointed me. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't want to understand it. You niggas, I don't understand it. I'm from the streets. I'm from the streets. What you niggas talking about? What the f? Talking about the street? Boy, I'm from the streets, boy. Man, I'm from the streets. You ain't from no suburb. Y'all ain't say suburb. You that who handling, that who pin their feet on our neck. The suburb, and white people stepping on our face. You my the street. We had to get out the mud. Tripping out the whole. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want no understanding. I ain't got no understanding. I ain't trying to get no clout. None of that. I'm really me. I'm not clout chasing. I'm really me. And I know y'all stepping. Y'all killer. Y'all will do it. All y'all like that, and I'm ready to die. I don't care. On my grandma, I don't care. The f come load it up, do it, stand over me, hit me all in the head, boy. Y'all don't care about that shit. Y'all tripping. Street, man. Listen, my grandma from the street, boy. My granddaddy died in the streets, boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it like, I told my granddaddy, grandma, I'm finna move y'all, man. Let's go, man. I got real smoke out here. Then my grandma said, man, we ain't going nowhere. No blood. They said we ain't going nowhere. Dying right here. That's where we from that project. We from Happy Hill. We don't care about your money, boy. That's your money. Take your money, go do what you want to do with it. We ain't leaving this project. This is all we know. That's what my grandma told me. I'm like, damn, grandma, shit, man, this shit for real out here, man. Please let me. Boy, it is what it is. Boy, we dying together. We dying right here for life. You hear me? That's why I swear to God. That's why I'm like, my grandma ain't say the street. My granddad ain't say this shit. Nigga, y'all was doing the little shows and shit when all y'all start popping out. Get what y'all doing. Hitting them clubs up in Alabama. You know, going to Texas. In Florida. You know, all over the world. And get who come to see y'all stupid ass. The streets. When y'all was trying to $15K or $20,000 show, who the think were coming to see y'all in the streets?
He's making a very, very good point, right? Because what he's basically saying is he's saying that I tried to get my mama, my grandma, my grandfather away from this situation. People wanted to kill me and they said, F that. We are the streets. This is our project. This is where we're from. We're going to die together here. And that's what ended up happening. And he's saying when 21 Savage and them came to Mobile, Alabama, came to Alabama and to his state and the cities around where he grew up to do shows, who was turning out for those shows where they're getting 20, 30,000 a show? The streets, right? He was not feeling it. And I get where he's coming from. I'm not from the streets. Right? I'm not from the streets. When you say F the streets, it don't hurt my feeling, but it make me think, hang on a minute. Like, Dudes be acting like I'm not allowed to listen to gangster rap because I ain't from the streets. And now you're saying F the streets? Well, if you're saying F the streets, you know the only people left in your crowds at your shows is motherfuckers that look like me. And I thought you guys didn't like me. Oh, Trap Lord Ross, you shouldn't be allowed to give your commentary and analysis on these topics, on these gangster rappers. You're not from the streets. You're not allowed to have an opinion on this. Well, if you said F the streets, the only people left buying your music is dorky white dudes like me, all right? Dorky little nerds like me who basically like, oh, you're not allowed to have an opinion. Nah, bro, what happened to the streets, right? What happened to rocking with the streets? Anyway, all right, I'm wilding. Now, interestingly, okay, a little while after this, just a few days later on Christmas Day, funnily enough, HoneyKomb Brazy would actually reveal that calling out the city ended up having real consequences, okay? Atlanta was not happy. HoneyKomb Brazy said he lost respect for Big Bank after Big Bank cancelled his interview, okay? Atlanta legend Big Bank was apparently planning to do an interview with HoneyKomb Brazy. He cancelled it, okay? He moved the goalposts. He needed some extra time to go and do some of his goalpost uprooting and moving and replanting. They said one thing about them ATL dudes, they're going to stick together. Big Bank don't even want to do the interview no more. I'm thinking Big Unk was a real one. That guy hit my phone like, hey man, I F with you, respect what you standing on, but these my people. I'm like, what the helly? That's your celly? That's your celly all G. So I went to No Jumper, but you disappointed me. I can't even call you no OG anymore, right? I think he meant that's your city. I don't know what he's saying, but he's basically saying, yo, he basically got his shit cancelled because he talked out about 21 Savage. Now, interestingly, okay, DJ Academics touched on this, and basically, according to him, this actually showcased how the city of Atlanta is moving. It's basically Atlanta first over everything, but ironically, Atlanta will trash its own reputation and its own principles and morals. It will throw those in the toilet to protect its friends, to move the goalposts for its homies. And from the outside, it looks bad.
So when you watch how Atlanta is moving, because everybody is dick rolling, giving Atlanta the credit for all these years, or how they're so dope, they don't got no beef. We thought they had no beef. They're so perfect. We get to see their true colors now. Atlanta is Atlanta first. Even when it's wrong, they call it right. Even when, they will get you out the paint if you are critical of what they got going on. Because you know what? They don't care. They glad that New York niggas fuck with them. They glad that they get fucked with on the West Coast and the Midwest and shit, even in Miami and the South. Cool. But Atlanta's Atlanta first. And I can't knock it. I can't knock it, y'all. Make Atlanta great again. That's the new MAGA. Make Atlanta great again. And they're not shy about saying, hey, we could criticize each other. Yeah, Pluto and Savage may not see eye to eye, but we gonna piece it up. Yeah, I know he snitched on him, but we gonna sweep it under the rug. We gonna do what we gonna have to do, but Atlanta gonna choose Atlanta. I respect that. I respect that wholeheartedly. Now,
see, Atlanta stuck with Atlanta all the way down the drain hole, okay? Atlanta basically is looking out for Atlanta to the point where Atlanta is basically losing a lot of its relevancy because everybody is seeing Atlanta for what it really is. It's not as solid and real as everybody thought. And unfortunately, and this was actually disappointing for me to see, I'm not going to lie. HoneyKomb Brazy, within 2 days of this statement, he basically walked back what he said because Lil Baby actually reached out to him personally to de-escalate the situation. And basically, he posted himself on FaceTime with Lil Baby. And he said, man, this is the realest conversation I had since I've been home. Lil Baby, you a real dude. I wish it was more in the game like you. But the talk we just had changed my whole mindset. I'm finna stay free and do this music stuff just like you said. Whatever Wham says goes, but Wham's popping on the phone to HoneyKomb Brazy to tell him how it is, but he still won't tell the streets. He's hopping on stage with Young Thug. I just seen the video today of him popping on stage with Young Thug, but he's still, whatever Wham says goes, but he still ain't told us what's going on. Like, he still ain't told us what we're supposed to think of that interrogation tape. Wham, like, let us know. But anyway, man, okay, some people weren't feeling it. People were saying, why did he post it? He said, I'm finna stay free. Bro talking about it like it's a hard decision to do. People saying he probably screenshotted this as soon as the call picked up. He's smiling like a dude. They're saying, boy, cheesing, right? Saying dudes don't listen to nothing nobody's saying till Lil Baby say it. Whatever Wham says goes. Wham over Gunna, they're saying that is cap, right? They're saying, why Cuz had to tell you to stay free and turn up with the music? Saying, baby, a real one. The internet just clowning on him right now. He's still one of the most talented artists of the generation. I'm not going to lie. There was a couple Lil Baby songs off that little Leaks tape that I actually thought was pretty good. I'm starting to like Lil Baby again, okay? But he needs to just get off this bougie thinking that he's better than everybody. Oh, you got a Brabus. Like, you're so much better than everybody else because you got a Brabus and a Mansory. Like, bro, sharp. All right, principles over everything. But anyway, 21 Savage would also apparently reach out to HoneyKomb Brazy and reveal that he had already had a diss song in the works that he played for 21 Savage. He basically said, yo, I was about to smoke your ass, right? He popped out and let everybody know. Apparently things have been squashed.
Hey, this bitch Twitter was so funny. We on the phone, right? I let that bitch listen to the diss song I made about it. That's how real niggas is. I said, bitch, I showed you this and look. I played that motherfucker. That bitch was so hard. That bitch said, God damn, boy, ain't gonna let boy, you ate that bitch up. He said, boy, you know you dropped that motherfucker, boy, you could never come back there. Hey.
He said he played him a diss song that was so hard, okay? If you dropped it, you would never be able to come back to Atlanta, all right? And so me and HoneyKomb Brazy, maybe we're just going to be banned from Atlanta together, because I'm duly banned from Atlanta myself. He says, I can't lie, that bitch 21 Savage different as F, bruh, a real dude, and we talked for hours. I feel where he coming from, right is right. We can save the streets, like you said. That stuff just came out, and people took it and ran with it. But I'm on you, mean us, none but good. You got Brazy. So look, those are all HoneyKomb Brazy's beefs, man. I'm a big fan of his music. I hope he can prosper and change his ways and stay free. But let me know what you guys thought, man. I'm a big fan of his stuff. I just wanted to recap all of that for you guys. So appreciate you. See you in the next video. I'm out.